G'day guys, welcome back to Off Piste Campers. We're just going to have a quick talk about the water system on the trailer. A lot of information here, you can take it as you need to. There's two tanks on the trailer. There's a forward drinking tank and there's a rear general purpose tank. Kimberley say the forward tank's 70 litres. It's 60 litres usable, so that's what we'll call it. We'll call it a 60 litre tank because that's what it holds. And the rear tank, which is the general purpose tank, which is what it's called general purpose on the Cymarine control panel, it's 120 litres. It's 100 litres. So we'll call it 100 litres rear tank and a 60 litre drinking tank. We've labelled them down here, D for drinking, 60, general for general purpose, 100, and there's another blue valve just to the front, which is the inlet valve. So there are several ways to use water on the trailer. You can use the water using the onboard water pump. You can connect a garden hose to the trailer and use mains water pressure. If you're doing that, you don't need to use the water pump at all. It'll pressurise the entire system on the trailer using mains pressure. It does mean that if a tap is open, either in the shower outlet, which is just here, or in the sink, which is in the kitchen, water will start coming out of there as soon as you turn the tap on. There's several ways that you can use water, like I mentioned, either by the water pump or by mains pressure. If you want to use the drinking, if you're off grid like we are at the moment and we don't have mains pressure, we've got about, I know we've got 60 litres of drinking water available because that's what I put in. There's only about 30 or 40 litres in the general purpose tank. Water pump is on at the moment, but there's nothing selected. There'll be a little bit of built up pressure, so water will come out but it'll eventually stop because there's nowhere to feed it from now. So if we open the drinking tank, water will start coming out, and if we close the drinking tank, there's nowhere for the water to come from. If we open the general purpose tank, lo and behold, the water comes out. It's all cold water at the moment because the hot water system is another video. And then we can isolate the tank. Now, if for some reason we wanted to siphon water from a jerry can or use water from the creek down there, we could connect a hose onto the inlet here. So inside the water box or the water navigator bag, which are really fancy cool bags there. This one lives on this side here. There's your shower hose. Inside the little bag, the bag inside the bags is the shower outlet. There's also a flow meter so you can see how many litres you're putting into each tank at home if you need to, or if you're using the porta toilet, you need to put 15 litres in or 2 litres in, you can measure that from there. If you connect this hose, it only needs to be finger tight, straight onto the inlet, grab the meter siphon hose, plug that on, whack that into a jerry can, open the inlet valve, you can hear it, it's now wanting to suck water out of the hose. Why is that? So that's how we can use the water pump to suck water into the system, and that'll pump it through the Wabasso hot water system, which is the glycol heat exchange, and come out here as hot water. So with super fresh water, I'll just go down the afternoon, grab 2 jerry cans, and then yeah, we could have 12 to 15 minute showers using free water, crystal clear water, by just sucking it in through the pump there. You can leave that on if you do close it. It will stay on there, that's fine, it does fit. You just won't be able to put this on, and if you do have this open and you want to use the other tanks, the pressure won't be really good because it's also drawing air in. So what we tend to do is we just take it off. Like I said, it's just finger tight, which is nice and easy. We throw that back into the bag and we can just close the system off there. So that's how you can use a jerry can. You can use creek water. You can use your onboard drinking water or your general purpose water. I tend to use the general purpose first. It's all filled up at home. One modification we have done on the trailer is extend the breathers up to the above the pole storage, which is on the other side of this, and it stops the water from G-loading out of the tank, and you can really get a decent amount of water in there. I use the general first, saves us with the drinking, and then and vice versa. You can use them both at the same time, which is closed. So if you want to use both tanks, I'm not sure why you would, but if you want to use both at the same time, away you go, there you go. Now, shower wise, so say we want to have a shower off the general purpose water, you say, because that's chock block full. Again, we don't need this because that's only for putting water into the system. We can leave that there. This is closed. We've got the shower outlet If we did have the hot water system on, you only need it set about there. And this will start coming out now because of the tank you selected on. So it's about halfway. It's actually just under halfway. Will give you quite a good water temp. In the bag here, you've got a bunch of hose attachments, your drinking hose and your shower hose. Shower hose is quite simple. Just pull this out, connect it on. There's a green ant's nest there. And then you pull the yellow part out. The yellow part is your actual shower. You connect your hose on. And now inside the ensuite tent is a little Velcro holder. So there she is there. If it was warm, if we did have the Webasto hot water system running, you know, you'll be able to have nice hot water coming straight out of your shower outlet. And basically that's how fast it'll come out. You know, you'll go through 20 litres of water using that in probably about 7 minutes. If you turn it down a little bit, to say about halfway, something like that, you'll probably get about 11 minutes shower out of about 20, it's actually 22 litres of water. So this sits just inside the Velcro there. Like I said, on the other side, it sort of sits there like this, about yay high. That's how it's set up. Now, the last thing with the tanks, if for some reason you're on a long trip and you've got a good water source, and this is why you've got drinking and general purpose, you can actually use the shower hose to suck in water that you've collected out of a jerry can, nice and cold because you don't want to be putting hot water in, into the water pump using the onboard water pump. It'll come out through the shower hose outlet. You connect this on to the drain port, which is on the other side of the general purpose tank, and you can actually pump water from a jerry can through the system and backfill your general purpose tank. You do that 5 times and the general purpose tank is full. Now you can then fill your jerry cans up and you'll have an extra 20 litres in your jerry can. So that's another option or an application of the water tanks. Fairly simple system, but about 5 different applications. It is, well, I think it is a very, very, very good system. So I can't think that there's anything else to mention with the water tanks. Yeah, I hope you understood all that. Cheers.